Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a very exciting video. At least I'm excited about it. I had a lot of comments on my last vlog that y'all would be interested in seeing this, so I really hope y'all enjoy it. But we're going to be talking today about all of the recipes and things that I do homemade rather than buy from the store. Like I said in that last vlog, I will link it right here if you want to see it, but I made a couple things that I made homemade instead of buying, and I asked y'all if y'all would be interested in seeing a video like this, so here it is. I'm so excited to share. I have a few recipes and things for you to, I guess, inspire you to do things homemade as well. There's nothing wrong with buying anything at the store, obviously, but there are just things that I like to know what I put into it. So that's how I started making things homemade. But I have a couple recipes for you guys today that are super simple. Anyone can do it. But before we get started on these recipes, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. We have a goal, we're trying to reach it. Subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it, but let's get on to the recipes. So the first thing I'm gonna share with you guys today is simple syrup, which I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there. I am not a chef. I did not go to cooking school or anything like that. Majority of my cooking I got from my mom or Pinterest, if I'm being honest. There's a couple like YouTube videos and stuff, but I don't necessarily watch a ton of cooking videos all the time. But Jake and I love cooking, and we especially love coffee, and there are syrups that you can buy at the store that you put inside your coffee. We bought some whenever we moved here. We had some back when we lived in Colorado, but I thought, why not try and make it myself? So I looked up a recipe for simple syrup. So a lot of the recipes just say 1 part sugar, 1 part water. So simple enough. I just looked at that and decided to make brown sugar simple syrup because it's been like a big thing in like Starbucks world recently is brown sugar. So I decided to make my own at home since our Starbucks is literally 45 minutes away. So, you know, you gotta do things at home. You gotta figure things out. So this is my brown sugar simple syrup recipe. I make 2 simple syrups in this video, so keep an eye out for the second one later on. So basically what I like to do is keep it at about a 4, like medium low heat, and then I just let it like simmer like this. I like until it becomes like thicker, so it doesn't drip like water, it drips like more like syrup, but it doesn't have to be too syrupy, if that makes sense. I'm not a chef, so this might not be the right way to do everything, but this is how I make mine, and I like for it to be a little bit thicker than this. I'm just gonna keep it at this temperature for probably another 3 to 4 minutes, and then it should be perfect. All right, the next one that I'm making is granola. Granola is so easy and so customizable, so don't necessarily feel like you have to follow a recipe by any means. I don't like measure anything that I'm doing. I'm just kind of like playing it by ear, I guess by eye. Is that a phrase? I don't know. This is definitely different granola than what you're getting at the store, but I like it better personally because I can put my own favorite nuts and oats and things like that into it to make it less sugary, more sugary, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever flavors you want to add in. It's very customizable. So in this recipe, I have some old-fashioned oats, almond slivers, I have some coconut sugar, some chia seeds, and some coconut flakes. And then I eventually decide to put in vanilla paste, pumpkin pie spice, and some cinnamon. So basically all you're doing here by heating it up is getting all the moisture out of it so it's nice and crunchy. Like granola that you buy at the store is like super crunchy. My granola is so, like the texture is just so much better. To me it almost feels like it's freeze dried. Like it's not, obviously, none of it is, but it's toasted to the point where it just kind of like doesn't hurt whenever you chew it, and that's what I really like. So that is my granola recipe. Okay, so I let this set for probably a good 5 minutes, and this is the sound you're looking for. Is that not like the best sound? So basically what I try to do whenever I make granola, you don't have to heat it up, but I like to add some flavor into it. Mine's like a little bit burnt, but listen, I like it that way. Yummy. So this is gonna be like a pumpkin pie type thing. I obviously wasn't planning on doing this until I showed it to you guys, so yay, I'm so excited. One of the best things about making homemade items is getting to put it in reusable jars and use my cute label maker. This label maker will be linked in the description box below. The third thing that I want to share, y'all know I'm a huge sourdough person. I'll link the video that I made about sourdough here. I make sourdough often. I love sourdough. I love making bread at home. There is, I promise you, even if you don't use sourdough, I promise you there's nothing like homemade bread. If I could recommend one recipe or one item in this video that you need to try, it is homemade bread. So in this part of the video, I'm just kind of sharing what my sourdough process looks like. This is just a feeding. Whenever you start your sourdough, you basically feed it every couple of days or every day and a half-ish, kind of depending on what recipe you use. But this is what a typical day of feeding looks like. After you feed it, a couple hours later, it will be nice and bubbly and active, and that's what you will use as a replacement for like active dry yeast or like yeast in bread. The next thing that I'm making homemade is a margarita mix. It can be just like a juice mix, like you can obviously not put alcohol in it, but it's just a margarita mix. I tend to find recipes online and I just kind of like eye it and do my own thing with what they're offering. I don't typically follow recipes very well because I kind of just like eyeball stuff. I really don't like making all the dishes. So I put 2 medium-sized oranges. I guess they're kind of large oranges. Alright, so the last thing that I'm going to be sharing today is everything but the bagel seasoning, but like remixed. Like my everything but the bagel seasoning. So, if you don't know, I am currently living in Germany where we don't have Trader Joe's. We do have Aldi that owns Trader Joe's, but we do not have Trader Joe's. So that means we don't have Trader Joe's branded things like everything but the bagel. There's now like copycats and you can get stuff on Amazon and stuff, but I just kind of figured why not just make it at home and kind of make it my own. I decided to add these ingredients because I like crushed red pepper. I like it to be a little bit spicier. I don't believe that it was in the everything but the bagel seasoning that I saw online, but I like it, so I decided to customize it the way I like it.
So because I already have some seasoning and I'm just kind of like adding more on to show you, I am putting everything in a really small bowl and just mixing it all together and then putting it back in the container rather than just eyeballing it from outside the container to inside the container. Literally all I'm doing here is mixing all of these ingredients together and putting them in a jar and kind of shaking it up every time I use it just so that all of the ingredients can get mixed together really well.
This is a great option for people who can't get access to specific spices that are like kind of common in a lot of recipes nowadays. You could also make like a steak seasoning or a chicken seasoning or a vegetable seasoning or all those things like all-purpose seasonings that you find at the store that are already pre-mixed with all kinds of different things. You can make it at home and kind of customize it in a way that you like it. So making your own seasoning mixes is always really nice. So that is everything for this video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. I had so much fun making it. I can't wait to continue on with different homemade recipes. If you have some, please drop them down in the comments below. I am super big on Pinterest, so I will leave my Pinterest here, like here where you can go follow me, or I'll leave the link down in the description box. Pinterest is an app that I get a lot of ideas from, and I just kind of like take things and run with it and make my own sort of food and recipes and DIY stuff and everything. Pinterest is like my inspiration, not necessarily like my cookbook. You know what I mean? So I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below. Again, please subscribe. We got goals. We're creating a community. We're being friends. Follow me on Instagram. DM me if you have any questions or if you want to send me recipes that you like. Would love that. And that is all. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.